Ain't got this shit knocking though.
Yo, yo, yo. You know what it is. Back with the Thenotsocoolpodcast, baby. We got...
That boy won't even let me sit down.
Oh, my bad.
But it's cool, though.
I mean, who cares? But anyway, forget Fred. We got a very, very special guest.
My boy. My G.
Yves.
What's going on, man?
What's good, man?
How y'all doing? Good afternoon.
All right,
Is
all
it
right.
afternoon?
Good afternoon.
4
Yeah,
minutes.
technically
Still
it is,
good morning.
Yeah.
I'm saying good morning.
Good morning.
Technicalities.
Wait, what are we doing right? Oh, good morning.
Yeah,
Paul.
56.
Daylight saving, though.
Good morning,
What's up?
America. So it's really 10.
Yeah. In Florida, they're going to change it to where they just observe the same time all the time.
Fuck this time change.
Florida's going to have.
Random dumb stuff Fred knows. Man, how have you been, man?
I've been good. Oh, my bad.
Oh,
I'm messing with you.
I've been good, man. I've been very.
You look rested.
I've been awakened. I've had an awakening. You know, I've been alive and I can't complain.
No pun intended with that. Rested, awakened. No?
Oh, I see. I mean, hey, you know, we'll go with it.
I'm not that crafty.
We'll see.
I'm not that good with the words.
I know. That's why I got to do it.
There's no way you did that on purpose.
Man, I've known Yves, what, 10 years or more?
You definitely we saw each other before we knew each other. So that always gets me. When it's some years, I actually start going back to when I start remember seeing people's face. But I don't remember if we actually knew we was on campus. So obviously we had to see each other before we knew each other.
So what years were you on when you started at U of H? I think 05 or 04.
But see, the thing is, it was 04. But the thing is, I left in 2006. And I came back. I was leaving for good. And fate brought me back.
Yeah.
Hold on. This bromance. Let's pause the bromance for a second.
Violin at, yo.
My bad. Let's back up. Let us know who you are.
Well, okay. Yves, man, like everybody knows me as Yves. Stage name Easy Yves. I didn't even give myself that Easy Yves Saint, but rap MC know me from the parties of rapping or just seeing me around. That's in Houston and Queens. Basketball, regular, random street shit. Nothing too special. Just you know, I think that people are my gift, and that's how I think I've gotten around to know so many different types of people. But other than that, the rap and the entertainment.
So you're originally from Queens?
Queens, yeah.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I knew you weren't from Houston, but I know you were from Queens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very much so.
Ah,
Yeah.
huh.
I don't know why he covered up.
Oh, we bust them open.
Chill.
Yeah, not even, yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's one tower. They say New York State of mind with the boroughs. But yeah, they're here. It's two of them.
See, I like when people get their city when they're not living there no more. I like that more than staying there.
So if I got Houston on me now, I'm lame.
Not lame,
I
but
mean,
I
love
just
is
look
love.
at you different.
But, you know, you can make the argument that getting it there kind of means more. Some people do it for their attention.
Did you get that here or in New York?
Actually I got this here because I wasn't sure because you know this is actually memorialized. I wasn't gonna get it had the towers not fallen, so I was there for that.
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
So
okay,
you know
okay.
I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do that yet but you know it made sense. Two pillars. It made sense aesthetically. So
No, it's
Yeah.
fire. We everybody knows you for it.
See, but see,
Yeah.
that's like he gave us like a little meaning. Most people just get
Oh,
Scrooston,
yeah, man. This
born and
bro.
raised, and they ain't even left the city yet. They ain't even left the city.
So and so black, you're still there.
that's always a little bit depressing.
I mean, that's the reality of stuff, though.
so it's a
So
little
give us a little backstory. What brings you from
Okay.
Queens to Houston, and then like what were you doing in Queens?
How did the music start?
All that. We're gonna get.
There was, and I got to tell you, there was zero musical interest.
When you was back home.
Back home, zero. When I say we, I'm talking about a certain type of neighborhood guy, but we didn't really have much general respect for rappers. Some, but for the most part, it was just kind of like,
You talk about it, but you're not.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I played ball, Cardozo. After that, it's kind of like I think you just get swept up. Looking back, it's like, damn, that was me. You get swept up in all the bullshit, and it seems regular. It doesn't actually even seem.
Oh, until you get out of it.
Precisely. And what snapped me out of it, I remember I was on the Ave, and I remember I was leaving S&D, That's where you shop. That's where you got your Iceberg, your Jabos, or whatever like
Back
that.
in Queens?
Back in Queens,
Okay.
yeah. S&D Underground on Jamaica Ave near the Collie Block, like 165th.
Okay.
In Jamaica, and I was getting into a dollar cab, and I wasn't a troublemaker at all. Nobody would say that, but when I was approached with drama, I would respond in kind. I wouldn't call my brother Lotto, Shoe Nazi. You may see him. I wouldn't call none of them because you can't always call somebody. But anyway, a dude kind of like ran up on me, and the dude was Bush League. I don't even think he was really like good at it, but he ran up on. I think I don't know, he was trying to rob me, but it felt like a hug. Like he ran up on me. Maybe he was trying to get my bags off me, but I heard his box cutter, and then like that noise that it goes.
Yeah.
I felt he trying to put it on the side of my back, and the adrenaline's going, so you're not really
Thinking about it.
pause, like that. You know what I mean? So I couldn't tell you who he was, what he wanted, what I did.
Just happened.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that it enlightens you. It's like, damn, I'm in a fishbowl. You're like,
so that was the first time you were aware of your surroundings.
Well, things have happened before, worse things, but this was the first time I was completely clueless. And it just so happened that maybe like a week, probably a few days later, probably more than that, but it felt like about a week, my brother from here came and was like, man, you're going to end up dead or in jail here. Without knowing any of my business. Without me, I didn't tell my mother, I didn't tell my brother, I didn't tell him, I didn't tell anybody. And he showed up on a Tuesday, and I was living in Houston on Friday.
Wow, done.
I mean, when you get a chance to view your own mortality like that, if you can't see something coming, if you have no idea what it is, if you're not even aware that you persona non grata, yeah.
So you're
in
not
trouble,
saying spook. You just, like I said, you got aware of how serious it really was.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm no kingpin. I'm nobody relatively.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But
I completely understand.
Like that, it could be over. And it was just one of them things where I need a fresh start. I need a fresh start, and this is being presented with me, and
Boom. So that's how you come to Houston.
So I come
now,
to Houston.
Give us a little backstory of you actually in Queens. Like, what were you doing? You say you hooped, or what else?
Yeah, man. Everybody hooped.
Yeah,
nah, I struggled with the discipline that attendance. Because I was trying to put it together.
I couldn't make it.
I struggled with it. I couldn't make it. There's a lot of distractions. Nah, man. Basketball, everyone played basketball. Cardozo High School, I stopped in about 10th grade. It just wasn't realistic. School chock full of talent. I remember around 12 was when like the first weed I ever sold, I stole. I took, however you want to take it, forcefully. Took his bike too. But it's kind of like a thing, like and I sold it. I was like, damn, this, I was asking for money for like fancy backpacks.
And so you're like 12 at this time?
Yeah, it's I know that I wasn't anywhere near high school.
Yeah.
So, it was around that time, but I just know that it was like, damn, you can make this with this. I mean, you know about it. But it's like until you get the money in your hands, it's like it's a lot of money for a little bit of work and a little bit of time. And you get yourself a jam sport, and get yourself something that your mom would say no to. You go.
I started hustling around, and not drugs.
Yeah.
So clarify, I started hustling around. How old are you in kindergarten?
I didn't go to kindergarten.
Or no, yeah, kindergarten. However, I had the sense at that time to if I take this, I can sell it for this.
Yeah, that barter.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I can get if I do this, I can get this at that time. Because my thing was pencil break, and my mom wouldn't buy pencils for me.
Pencil break is serious.
Yeah,
that's serious.
So, I mean, I'll tell everybody. Like I used to, like at our school, the elementary that I went to, I was able to get the ice cream from out the back. So I would get the ice cream and I would get the quarters from people so that I could go and I would go to the pencil machine. I was like addicted to pencil break. So I would get the ice cream, go to the pencils, and then play pencil break all day. And it got bad.
You were just running a solid racket.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and at that I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like, let me go do this so that I can do this.
It felt natural.
Yeah.
It felt that's the thing. Like, people think there's this grand, I had this plan. It's like you do things, you experiment, and some things stick, some things don't.
Yeah.
That's really what it is, and it snowballed into X. And I remember being definitely scared to tell my brother I was selling X because he's the one who told me he was at one point. I'm like, damn, that's really small and easy to hide. This is even better, and it doesn't smell like nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which brother you talking about? Brother back home? Or
Yeah,
brother
back home.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to tell him, cause he was always the type like, I'm gonna do it, but you don't do it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're getting money, you know. Then the Molly and I always X and Molly were way better. I mean, it was just a less violent.
Yeah. And your clientele, your clientele's come.
You can get over on them like easily. You know, like I could. I mean, I could sell. I don't even know what the fuck these pills were. It could be $20 to $40. Just how bad you want it? Like $40. Like all right, that's in Douglaston in the north. They don't know shit.
Yeah.
And all this is still in Queens, right?
It's all in Queens. Yeah, it's all in Queens. And you know, you keep things quiet and don't dress like a drug dealer. You get away with a lot more. You know, wear some corduroys. A polo hat. No, I'm serious. Like you.
No, he really. Like that's how you really.
Like yeah, you really. I mean, that was the smart thing to do. You don't go. You don't dress like you have drugs on you while you have drugs on you.
Look at the white people these days. They don't dress like they got money. They be in flip flops. 3, 4, 5, 6 year old.
Certain. I think generational wealth.
I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. But what I'm referring to is that don't look the part if you're actually.
Yeah, because I remember when I initially met you, it was a fitted hat, polo shirt, the polo like the horse would match the hat, some jeans, Jordans, and that's what he would wear. And you would never like the whole Kanye swag when it was popping.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you emulating. I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's clean cut.
It's a smart thing, and you know, Ralph Lauren is. I mean, it's Ralph Lauren.
Yeah,
you know,
I was gonna be around.
It's one of those things. Yeah, you know. And so then from there to here, you know, you shine a little bit. You know, when you wear certain things, it draws attention. I'm really trying to make sense of this because no one's really asked me these things in such context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you start shining, people see you shining, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
That little bit of people see you, and they react how they react.
Yeah.
The people who are cool with it, cool. The people who aren't cool with it causes conflict. You deal with the conflict. I was like, okay, this happened. Now this person has energy towards you, and if someone has energy towards you like that, trust me, they're gonna tell or rally other people in some way, some type of energy. So that's how you end up in that fishbowl. If you can't be having a problem with somebody every other day,
Yeah.
you can't do it.
Yeah.
Exponentially,
Drawing attention to yourself.
You draw attention to yourself and negative attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like I said, you know, I didn't roll in packs, so it wasn't like my squad or, you know, blood this, blood that. But, you know, my whole support system was blood. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was never in me to, I have a problem, guys. Let's posse up. You know, it was just
right here, right now.
You just knew people.
Yeah, but it was a thing where you handle your problems on your own.
Yeah.
You just man up or don't have the problem. You know, yeah.
They've changed so much now. It's so different.
Yeah, it is very different.
Like I see all these videos and it just disgusts me. Like when kids are jumping each other, I'm like, why? Just get out here and
because they know it's finna be on.
But I mean,
but that's what you want to be on. That's what you want to be on the internet looking like.
But no,
they don't care.
Listen. Back in the day, if two men got into a problem, you could catch the fade and it was done.
Okay. So you talking about
now
the cap on that? Okay,
Now the whole element of the internet is in there now.
Everyone's seeing your L.
Yeah, because y'all know.
So that's not.
Yeah.
So
Did y'all see
like,
when they had jumped Lil B at that fest?
Dude, they just.
There was a whole bunch of them just stopping off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a pretty weak jump, but
That's funny. A weak jump.
The crazy thing is the people getting jumped get more glory now.
Well, you know, he did get on social media afterwards and was like, he was spreading love and light. And it was just one of the things to where my head is just spinning these days. My head is spinning. It's like, I think with me, if I was a moderator, if I could be a moderator for, you know, like, okay, so who has the problem? Okay, you step forward. I need you 13 to step back.
Yeah.
At least let him start it. Yeah. I don't even know who has the
issue.
How did you all have this issue with
and
this
why?
one person? Why?
And I don't know when that mentality came around. Like, oh, if he got a problem, we all got it. No,
really,
like,
World Star.
You think that's weird?
It's crazy. What's the word? Triggering?
I used to, because you seen the memes when somebody yells World Star and you're just like, you know, it's like you finna get fucked up.
I mean, and
I used to go to World Star just to look at fights.
I see what you're saying. Like that World Star actually does something to people. Like
to change the whole psyche.
It's bad.
I mean, no, but think about it. Even when we were in college, there were times where you'd be like, Fred. And I'm like, what's up?
Well, the thing is, my thing is always,
And
keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
It wasn't for me to fight for you.
It was like watch out.
Like if it gets there.
Mm-hmm. And that's just preparedness.
Oh yeah.
That's just preparedness. Because what you don't want to get, and I can tell you about it, you don't want to just get.
Oh my God. That's the worst.
Everybody just said,
snug. Yeah, getting snug.
You don't want it. You don't want it. There's no way to prepare for it. It's horrible. So okay, so I come. So my brother,
so
whatever.
Down here, we in Houston. Boom, University of Houston on campus doing.
And I'm repeating the same shit.
So when did the music come about? When was it like?
Free. Well, that's the thing. I had all this. I guess you could call it free time.
Yeah.
There are things that want to cloud in my mind. You know, even just the city, the streets are more boring. Yeah. There's nothing going on. You know, I was in the last, but I actually just started writing to no beats, writing with no purpose necessarily, just free time, and I'm like, pretty good. You know, you do something like that. It's in my notebook. I'm like, that was pretty good. You know, that kind of thing. So I be in 265, and I remember Mike, he would take the liberty of letting me know I look like a retard.
265 was a dorm room?
Yeah, it's a dorm room.
Yeah, because it was on your last last project you put out.
So who are the original roommates of 265? You,
Omar, Keenan, Joe, and Brandon. There's been a lot of switching out.
So now let me inform you of something.
You told me about 265.
No, but he just named 5 people. There are only 4 rooms.
There's 4 rooms. I was the 5th. So I used to say, see the couch is 265E. I used to call it. It's supposed to be to D. It's 265E. Is what it is. Yeah. And mind you, the whole time I had an apartment over on Yellowstone, and after that I had a townhome. But like I said, when something just a vibe is a vibe, and the place was infectious, and you get things done. And women see you in like the best possible light, you know, and it's convenient. We used to get free Chick-fil-A.
Whoa, free Chick-fil-A.
It was. I think I just charmed the pants off of this woman at the UC.
Yeah,
and for $8, I could feed the whole village.
What was her? I can't remember.
I don't remember her name.
She had to go to.
But I would bring her tickets to stuff, anything that I could bring her.
Super
free stuff, just like. So we would go to the UC. It's like, you hungry? Come on now. You got to come now. You got to come now.
We would literally shoot the text out like, bro, come she's here right now. It was like reverse racism. Because if you was black and you were kind and you were nice to her and you yes ma'am her, no ma'am her.
Compassion.
Oh,
and don't come up there with that bullshit, wasting time. Like, come on,
get this food. Let's go. Polynesian. Let's go. Run.
It was like we was eating like it was Wakanda.
Hey,
in the UC.
Hey, free Chick-fil-A is the lick though. I love Chick-fil-A.
Mind you, that was the first time I had Chick-fil-A in my life. Really? Never had it before.
Shit, me too.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no, never Lamar. Go ahead.
Mine was blown.
You mean chicken on bread?
So it was such high quality. It was such high quality.
It's not like a strip. It's like real.
It's actual real chicken.
It's like real chicken breast.
Real chicken breast.
You gotta say down southern accent.
So 265 had to be something. I'm guessing that a lot must have happened in that dorm because I'm seeing the Roman numerals all over.
Yeah, man.
The merch.
It's one of those things that no one set out with any goals. I'm not even gonna. It just turned into what it was, and it was a very strong collection of personalities and good guys, man. Mm-hmm. Good guys, and it had a draw. It became an epicenter at Cullen Oaks, and it became a hub. We put our friends in others' room. We had a lot of influence.
Yeah, it was you guys, and then
238 and 269. Migos and them. So you know Migos.
Yeah.
So
they had
too.
It
was right down. It was a spinoff, and 269 was freeing them right across. They lived across the hall from each other. We were down, so it was like literally a triangle within, I'd say 50 feet max of absolute what is happening in this apartment complex at this end. But they just kind of, they just kind of looked the other way, when things were going over there. Like we're not gonna.
It was them, that little triangle. Then there was a football area, and then there was some girls.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, that literally because I didn't live at Cullen Oaks, but I was always there. Like I lived there.
It was good to stop by every now and then.
It was the spot.
It was good to stop by.
Good times.
But that happened, and Mike would make fun of me. He's like, "What the fuck are you writing? Like, what are you writing? You know Mike. He's like, "What are you writing?" I'm like, "All right, this is leather shorts Dallas kind of dude. Like leather. Like,
You don't
he's
get
very
it.
suave now, but like I mean like D-Town Boogie, the whole
Oh
like
shit.
yeah.
Okay.
So and I used I didn't take offense to it because it was nothing, but it was just like damn, I do look kind of. It does beg the question,
Yeah.
to say the least. And then I guess when he decided, like my cousin make beats free, and then that just took off from there. I went to his room, Moody Towers. Started recording, didn't know how to write any hooks, didn't really know any formats, I still struggle with counting bars. And it took off. Then Todd, Christoph came into it, things were taught. He came into it in the room and he would just kind of sit back in the back of the room and just hate. He used to say like, what the fuck is this nigga think this is? And I would just sit there thinking like, at first I thought like, is this dude gonna try to fight me at some point? But then I realized,
that's just him.
I soon realized that it was just,
It's just his demeanor, personality,
exactly.
whatever. Yeah.
Todd is like, hey, you're fat as shit. How you doing today? I'm not saying it correctly, and he would say it more witty, but that's how he greets you. But if he doesn't crack a joke on you, he doesn't like you.
He'll just look for, and you know what? Les at the time started working with Todd right at the
Steak
time.
and shrimp Les.
Yeah, they're Steak and Shrimp Les. Yeah,
They worked that back?
Yeah,
For real?
that far back.
Oh, that's
yeah.
crazy. That makes sense for the loop around
Exactly.
now.
That's why I was just been like, me and Les and I are overdue. So then after that, during that time I was doing Omar's candle shit mixtapes.
What do you mean?
Chop Star Omar, Candlestick. I don't know if you've seen him. Him and OVO runs. OVO.
Okay,
G
anytime
runs it.
the official like chopped screw version of any Drake
Yeah.
shoot, it's Candlestick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was doing his mixtapes and recording those in 265, like off of worse than this. This is fine. This would have been actually.
Yeah.
No, you guys were like going straight into the computer.
Yes, directly. So there was no multi-track. There was one take, just boom, boom, boom. There was no room for mistakes or punching or just.
Because I've actually sat in one session. He probably doesn't even remember. So, and this is how I found out about that. Like, so they would do a rap through, boom, but you can't because it's straight in. So there's not many tracks. So ad libs or anything like that, they had to go over the song again and drop the ad lib. Like, so the part where the ad lib he versus. And he's just adding the layers as he goes on like that, and it's crazy.
But it was easy because he and I had been doing these parties together. Everything just made sense when I'm looking back. It just made sense, and that's why it was so easy to get into it. And then Todd, and I remember this specifically. I was in the bathroom and I was taking a glorious dump. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I say glorious, I mean like it was just like
brought a tear to your eye.
It was just one of those just like. Spread your wings kind of thing. And he called me. He was like, yo, we should do a mixtape. You know the way Todd talks.
Yeah.
We should do a mixtape. And I was just like, and I have to give him full credit for me taking rap seriously and actually rapping. That was him. And I realized, like, damn, once he said that, I actually started doing it with more purpose. And my whole attitude about it just turned up. I was instantly better.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like instantly better. And I still wasn't writing hooks, but I went from just writing stuff to like, damn, Yves can actually rap. And then from then, the rest was history.
Oh. So let's touch. I want to touch upon. So you came out by yourself, then you joined the group, Nice Guys. 2 albums. Am I correct? 2 albums.
2 albums. Yeah.
2 albums. And now you're back by yourself again.
By myself, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about how that happened. Like, what's happening? Doom. So you come out by yourself, and from my understanding, when being around you, it was Todd that was really cranking out the beats, and Yves was, as he came. Oh, backstory: Yves is Greg Noir's brother.
Oh yeah, no, Yves. I'm Yves.
I said Yves.
Free.
I'm sorry, free. I said
Yes.
free. I'm tripping.
Free,
Like,
yeah.
slap me.
Yeah.
Duh. Tap.
Yeah.
That's his brother,
So Greg was involved in the early Nice Guy stuff, Greg Noir, and Free, the first dude I did the beats with, is his little brother.
And then Todd with say it again.
Things with Todd.
Things with Todd.
Things with Todd.
I'm horrible.
Was from Beaumont,
Yeah.
and Greg went to Lamar. So they knew this is all very. When you look back at it, it's like this is all very like. Wait a minute, so everybody had something to do with it. Like,
Because I'm sitting here like I feel like I was born at the wrong time.
Nah, I mean everybody is just. It was just like, and then I could even take it even further. There was a group, Little Brother, that really influenced like that whole batch of people.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't that wrong time. It's just little brother had like what city are they from again?
I think North Carolina, Durham.
Yeah, North Carolina.
It is Durham.
So
or something like that. I don't know. I think it's Durham. Maybe.
Like not East Coast, but East Coast. So they came out and they put a heavy influence on everybody. Kanye West doing his thing, boom, boom, boom. So like rapping with purpose was the thing at the time, and you were perfect for that.
Just having something to say and doing it well was very very
cool
popular.
at it.
Yeah, very popular. So that took place, and going forward with the group, I started to struggle with, and you can blame this on my New York attitude or whatever. I've heard a lot of things, but I struggled with the pace of things. And not necessarily being impatient, but I'm a very right now person.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily get the result right now, but you do the work right now. And I'll be the first to admit that I was a bit intense. And it wasn't after James Kelly. For James Kelly, we did a press run in New York. And after New York, I remember Todd moved back to Beaumont because he said, something about being tired of some personal stuff. And I don't think I would say I wasn't very compassionate. You know what I'm saying? Like what it was. Not saying that I wasn't compassionate about the situation, but I've always been like, okay, that situation's going on. Well, we got work to do.
Sound like me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I took that. I had spent upwards, like, I say 20 racks, but it was more like, it was about 17,000, something around that. And I was just really, I was spent. You know what I'm saying? Like spent, just like, yo, I wasn't trying to hear any type of,
you cranking it out.
So when that happened, I was just like, yo, I'm done. It was, I was tapped. And I remember to even get that money, I had to re-up. Because I wasn't gonna hustle no more. So I had to re-up to even get that. So I had spent my damn re-up. That's a no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I had street niggas mad at me. Like, not mad like they was gonna do nothing, but just like for real.
Have you seen Yves?
Yeah, have you seen this man? Like, nah, not that kind of situation, but I was spent emotionally, physically, financially. I was like, yo, I can't keep doing this. And it was putting pressure on our personal relationships because it's like, yo, dude, I'm putting my life and freedom on the line to get this shit
done.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is like, are you still in the room 269 or
No.
this is after?
This is after, man.
Okay.
This is
Oh,
after
they
I'm going.
rolling
yeah,
now.
Yeah, we
Okay.
making moves. You did that. So it was one of those things to where, like, looking back, I realized it was nothing to be mad about necessarily, just to realize there was a difference of goals at that time and a difference of pace. And I just needed to at least be more accountable for my own pace.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. But what sucked is coming into my own personal thing, tapped. Literally. The fun, because like I said, I had made a commitment. I told him I'm not gonna hustle no more, none of that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, if there's any time to hustle, it'd be now. It'd be now. But I struggle with that daily. But like, it's in the past, and it's one of those things to where people still talk to me about nice guy stuff, and I love it because it just shows how many people were affected by it, and to me, that just lets me know that together we created something perfect.
No, I like man. Testament to the nice guy.
Baby, we lie.
Yeah. Testament to the nice guys. I didn't get to go. You did invite me, and I don't know what I was doing. I'm always busy. You guys went to South by Southwest, and I remember seeing like some of the photos and the things that you guys were doing and the people you were around. Like TDE, nice guys were running with them at one point in time. Let me see. Name all the people who were around you guys before they were who they are now. Like, I'm not saying.
No, everyone was around. From J. Cole to Drake's to the Kendricks to everybody. These people are all there, and I will tell this to anybody. And I'm gonna look directly to the camera, man. Like, there's talent is great. It's great to have it, but you do need a strong support system, and then you need a consistent support system, and you need money. Don't let anyone tell you. You don't fucking need money. But like when people say this whole thing like, oh man, you could do without money, tell them to shut the capital THE fuck up. It's a fucking lie.
I support that message 100%, bro.
It's a fucking lie.
I support that message.
Yeah, man.
Gotta invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta invest in yourself.
Get on his ass.
Why?
We'll keep our bromance.
I'm grinding my ass right now to
we're gonna
start
keep our
investing
bromance
more.
off of it.
I've made my mistakes, but
I like your testimony. I like your testimony.
No, we all gonna make mistakes. But could you hold that cup up again?
Oh yeah. This okay. So this, you know, good segue.
Is that the new?
Yeah, it is, man. This was my message to myself for my first. I did an EP, but my first album. Don't panic. You got to tell yourself, don't panic. Like when you out there and it's cold and you jump out the window and you don't got no wings yet.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you're already falling.
Yeah.
You're out there. So literally get your shit together. Don't panic. It never serves you. So you know, I put that on the merch and stuff like that. And that first project, Don't Panic. Well, the first project was Sincerely Eve. And I just had to do something. It's like, okay, you know, 5, 6 tracks, something like that.
I think it was 7 or 6.
When was this?
Shit. 2013, 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
13, 14.
Put it out.
Love
I'm proud of everything I did. I'm proud of everything I do, you know. But it wasn't what I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Put it out. People saw it. Everyone that heard it was like, damn, this is really good. But if not enough people hear it, you know, they say if a tree falls in the woods.
Yeah. Nobody's around.
You know. So I realized my problem isn't quality or content. It's exposure. Because I'm a person who actually, you know, you were taught, let your actions speak. That's also bullshit.
Oh, let's we'll touch on that. Like we've had this conversation.
That just doesn't work now.
Yeah.
Your actions
Actually
speaking.
being cool and moving cool and doing cool shit and following the code.
You have to if you're not documenting it,
it doesn't follow the
It doesn't matter. Okay, so that happens. I did that. I'm like, okay, I got to do more. I did Don't Panic. The tracks, the doubt. I'm talking about things that matter. People listen to like, this is great. I'm like, I think it's really great too. And it's not that I'm not excited. It's just that not enough people are hearing it. So I'm like, man, shit. All right, what am I gonna do? I gotta grow the fuck up, and I gotta get with the social media shit. I gotta get with it. I say grow up because I've been being stubborn.
Yeah.
Stuck in my ways. And I think what I'm doing right now is putting out more content. I was talking to you about this. Putting out more content. And like, these huge projects that I have, I'm realizing that I have like 3 or 4 projects inside of them. Smaller ones. All with quality content. But I can break them down into smaller ideas and they're more digestible if I do it that way. And now I have something to do. Now I have activities for all of the year. You know what I'm saying? You know, that kind of thing. Keep people engaged. But then I run into the problem of, okay, documenting it, letting people know. You still have to market it. So it's important to be talking about what you're doing for me somehow in between each project, somehow something relating back to what you're doing. And that takes practice because I just really sort of remember to start telling people like I'm a rapper. Even those words make me feel like I like to say musician, artist. Like I'm a rapper.
Well, see, just to backtrack real quick. Before I like officially met you, I was always seeing you out like, you know, at the place like Avant Garden, Fox Hollow, and
Oh yeah, that was my shit.
Yeah, I would always be with him, and he was like, "Yeah, Yves, you know, he told me." He said, "Oh, okay, you know, I know he is." Then it's like one day he was like, "Yeah, he can spit, he can rap." I was like, "Oh, for real?" And this, I had no idea who you were, I just knew of you. I was always just seeing you. And then that's when you drop Don't Panic. And I love music. I'm not going to sit here and just be like, I'm like Mr. Music 101.
I did like this. I was like, like anytime you drop music, I'm always like, yo.
Always been super supportive. Always been super supportive.
Like, honestly, like I'm being straight up, not because you're just sitting there. Like it was an amazing project. Like I was bumping it. I loved it. I think it was one of the better projects that came out last year, and I was putting people on it too. I mean, to this day, I've had a few people come and ask, "Yo, what's up with Yves? Easy Yves? He's put out a new project." I'm like, he's working on some things, this, and that. But yeah, I didn't know you were a rapper until you dropped that project, and I was blown away because I like good music. I like bars. I like things you can actually digest. You know, storytelling and things that you're actually talking about some shit. It's not just.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. And let's talk about
that's all that good living.
The fact that the fact that you didn't even know. You know how actual rappers love to be called rappers. We get on rap songs and say I'm not a rapper. See, this is what happens when you actually don't feel like an actual rapper and you're technically, saying you're not a rapper and being a rapper is one of the dumbest fucking things you can do.
Yeah.
I'm just anytime I use an expletive, trust me, I want you to understand. So changing people's perception of who you are
the hardest shit in the world to do.
Jesus Christ. So when people are looking at me as just like this party guy, it's like,
Oh, I'm afraid of in the mix. Still.
See, he gets
And
it.
I'm just basic ass me. Like people from that I grew up with, they're so surprised that like they have
You're building something though. But the things that you're building on the canvas.
Yeah.
The thing is that it's when you actually paint the shit, it's really hard to say, wait, that's not what it was.
Yeah.
You know. So right now the prize I got coming out is A Good Catholic Boy.
Where'd that name come from?
Because
Go talk about some tracks.
because I'm Roman Catholic.
Okay.
I'm Roman Catholic, and I mean like
Not job boy.
Latin. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm so like Latin in church. On holidays is like I don't understand church. I only a little bit of Latin. You know what I'm saying? And me being who I am, being a Catholic is damn near an oxymoron. It's a very judgmental faith. I'll tell you that for the most part. But it's also the time when I turned into this person who would say, how could you call yourself a good Catholic boy? But I still have these strong feelings about spirituality, but I was becoming something that no proud Catholic would want to, that kind of thing. So for the cover, I just thought, the picture of the Virgin Mary in the front, which is specific to Catholicism, was the Virgin Mary from the front of my church in Queens. And, it's a silhouette in my head. I do all my art. And, it's one of those things just showing people like, whatever your faith is, there's imperfection, there's demons within these people, but that has nothing to do or doesn't water down your faith in anything. The Catholic Church as an institution, I don't agree with in a lot of things, but in the piety, in the practice, in the quiet, in the tranquility, that's where my spirituality rests. But I pretty much have a problem with almost everything else. You know what I'm saying? But and that's why I sang A Good Catholic Boy, and then saying that to somebody that would really make somebody like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Those things. But
so Don't Panic, A Good Catholic Boy. Don't Panic came out mid last year, like in the middle of last year, right?
No, late.
Around
August. It came out on accident. August 31st.
Because you actually
August 1st or something like that.
Okay, so about late last year. Now we got Don't Panic.
Don't Panic?
What's the difference?
Oh man, is it
from then and now? Where you at?
Well, there's a track called Blowback on Don't Panic to where I said Tubo told me open up. I gotta share the sauna, and that's been something I struggle with because it's really hard to talk about true things.
Yeah.
Because people are really going to judge you, and the shit they're judging you on actually fucking happened. So how do you not take it personally?
Bruh.
So you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So I started doing some writing, stream of conscience. Like, there's no hooks at all. Not a single hook on Good Catholic Boy. There's no format. It's just literally bars from top to bottom. And then Andre Khan Jr.,
oh, what's up, man?
He did the interludes for me, bro.
For real? That's
him? And that voice, it's him. You know what he's talking about?
That's the dude you did the Minitones with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I love what's going on in Houston right now, bro.
And I hit him up. I was like, look, G, I need your voice. And he did F by Rudyard Kipling. Every man needs to listen to that poem. It's a strong poem. And I just broke that down because becoming a man, I've learned, is the rockiest. There's no smooth way to become a man. You know what I'm saying? There's no smooth. People are like, oh, I'm a man. Well, have you?
How you been tested?
Yeah, like if you haven't been tested, fallen, smashed your face, and managed to pick yourself up, you don't really know what it means. Because at the end of the day, this poem is showing nobody gives a fuck, bro. Get up, and that's what this is about. Because I haven't fully gotten up yet, but these types of things are what you need to realize before you can get up.
The steps you took.
These steps, exactly. So this is talking about. I started in 1997. The first track is called 1997. And these things didn't have names until I decided to do a project with them. And when I look back and I actually put this stuff in a context with my mind now, I was a fucking idiot. I mean, classic idiot, statistical cliche, Yeah. And it's beautiful because these are things that if I was writing and I stopped writing, I couldn't just fill in something else. Like this all, literally, each track, top to bottom, makes sense. And it's a moment in time. So Good Catholic Boys, it's for rap. rap lovers and it's for thinkers. It's for people who want to jam. And if you don't like it, it's not for you.
And that drops on the 15th, right?
This Thursday.
It's Thursday.
All right, so can I touch on some stuff?
Let's get it.
All right, boom, 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 boom. Dylon 96.
That's Black. Dylon 96. Oh, that's Persona non grata. That's what's the normal life.
So what are we touching on?
We touching on my ex.
Oh
my ex, man.
So let me tell you this. I'm listening. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Eve, like, it's cool. Before, you always rapped about what was going on and the more cooler, swaggier part of your life. But when you did this, I was like, yo, he growing up for real. Like, and the things that you would admit to and say were going on, and I didn't even know you were going through that.
Because, like I said, I don't cry aloud.
Oh yeah, even though you're very out in the open, I'm very out in the open, and I'm a very reachable person, but I'm very private. So my life that's going on, I keep to myself.
Yeah,
and you're very much the same way. So I will see you, and you will see the shell that I'm allowing you to see. But when you dipped into Dylon 96, say the name again.
Persona non grata.
He opens the door. He's like, yo, what's
up?
And
that's something I've been very, very hesitant for doing because I've also tried to protect people's images, but people don't fucking care to protect mine. Yeah. And I'm not telling on anybody, but it's like.
I mean, it's art. You're expressing yourself. I mean, we go through things, and we go like. I can express myself through my images, through my art, or the way I create things. Same thing with music. You put it out there for the for the world to know,
and someone can relate to it.
Yeah, and I haven't had a chance to really go through and dissect the new album coming out, but I do hear a difference in the way you're rapping.
Oh, you open.
So personally, just real quick. Personally, I was hearing a very definitely poem and a spoken word type flow, but it just goes it flows very good, and that's just me.
These things weren't written necessarily as songs.
Yeah,
like I said, this is just of course now I can write to a beat in my head, whatever. For instance, Vanity Fair, what you heard, that is about my struggle with Instagram. Yeah, my struggle with social media.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that one.
I was talking to you.
Yeah, it
really makes me sick. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to be good at it. I'm not opposed to Instagram as an entity. I struggle.
No, I mean, and me and you've talked about that, so I'm gonna give it to the viewers. So you're a true millennial. Me and him are millennials, but we're on the back end. So the certain things that happened and changed, it wasn't that you kind of get stuck in your ways, and you're kind of I get to it when I get to it. It took me, how long did it take you to get on IG?
See, that's the thing. I was on IG pretty much very early, but you have to remember getting on IG or getting with IG, because IG was a different community when it was just iPhones.
Yep.
It was just pictures, quality pictures, and I could get with that.
Facebook.
Facebook.
You were on Facebook before it was open to everybody.
Yeah, before it was open to everybody, but I don't know how to use it.
Now, how long did it take you to realize it was a tool?
I started seeing people get not like followers, you would say like that, but just engagement. I started seeing people, they have the numbers next to the thumbs or whatever that. I'm like, God damn.
How can I get that?
Really, it was like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing that Facebook had its own personality.
Yeah.
Instagram has its own personality. Twitter has its own personality.
Snapchat has its own world.
But there was nothing that actually translated directly to who I was. Like, this thing just let your actions speak kind of thing. None of that. Yeah. Translated.
So we'll say in the past 2 years, you realized social media is a tool.
No, it's not a tool. It's a must.
No, I mean, it's like water. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call water a tool.
I mean, not a tool, but I mean, it's needed. If in that entertainment, if you want to matter.
Just in that creative.
Or someone's going to have to do it for you.
Yeah.
Or you have to have someone who's going to, make up for it, which is going to take even more money than, the other thing.
That's crazy. You can pay somebody to do your social media now. That's a job.
Yeah.
It's a real job.
It's
a real job. So like you were saying, I had to do something specific. And I told you I can't do this general shit anymore. I do something very specific with my IG. And Fred was talking to me about this. Good Catholic Boy is specific. It's for people who want, and for people that don't like it, it's not for them. Sorry, it's not for you. You know, I really don't care. But for the people who do love it, this is my gift and my pledge. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like that kind of thing. And my next project might not be for the same people, but it's specific, and it can create specific conversation, specific dialogue, and evoke specific emotions. And the content is specific. There are gonna be people who do not agree with this shit at all. So, but you'll never be able to say I can't fucking rap. I dare you.
Distancy.
Oh, okay. So that's a young dude, man. That's another thing I had to start reaching out to other producers. His name is DRE. I'll tag him in his Instagram. I hit him up. I was like, or he hit me up. He said he liked something that I did on Don't Pan. I was like, dope. I said, you do any beats? He said, yeah, send me a SoundCloud. I saw a beat. I said, oh. He said, man, yeah, my shit's a little weird. I listened to it. I said, come on now. Sent me the beat.
I love that beat.
Yo, the beat is literally 3 different songs combined in one. No hooks, some snippets, and
SpongeBob. Am I
Kid Cudi, yeah. SpongeBob.
Not SpongeBob, but it's Patrick.
Patrick, yeah, sorry, yeah. From the show SpongeBob, Patrick.
What does he say?
I'm not coming out of my house anymore.
No, this isn't crazy. No, this is crazy. Like
so,
something.
But that's what it went into. So the song's called Oxtails and like Jamaican food, right? Yeah. But it was actually about how I had to cut a dude, you know, we call it an ox. Yeah. When I was going to get Jamaican food in Houston. So the name just kind of came to me, you know, Oxtails, and the beat kind of worked because it was like the intro goes into that segment and then it's like, I'm never coming out of the house again. It all just works. And the dude sent me the beat, super compliant, sent me the tracks, like whatever you need, I got you. And it just worked out perfectly. So I appreciate DRE. I'm gonna say Dre.
All right, man. Because I've been listening. Let's see what else we got. Doubt. Right now, Doubt is my favorite.
That's the intro.
Yeah,
Doubt is the intro. That's the one I called 1997.
Okay.
Todd did that beat. Todd did that beat. I've had that beat sitting for years.
You lying?
Years. I've had that beat sitting for years. I haven't used it, and that is the one that made me realize I should make it a project. And it starts off. Barely 5 feet, violence in my veins. That's a scary IV, you know. And that's what I'm realizing. Like, damn, son, you're not even 5 feet yet.
And you out here.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like out here like, oh, gorilla, but just like, damn, you really got in that water, huh?
Yeah.
Like you really just gonna,
yeah,
huh? And I've admitted I'm out of my depth. But you know, you get in the water, you gotta
sink or swim.
And that's the one where I am the most self-critical. Would you agree that I was very self-critical on that one?
You were. I
was very self-critical on that one because, yeah, you're young, but you still got to find a way to be hard on yourself, and you know, and that's your means of survival.
So it seems like you're really putting yourself out there as far as like
very much,
you know, like letting people know like this shit ain't hard. You know, I'm sorry, this shit ain't easy. Like
yeah,
you know, we were talking about self-doubt out there earlier.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that's a thing that we all go through. And a lot of us, it's not easy for us to put that out there and let the world know, hey, this is what happened, this is what we're going through. But is that easy for you to do now? Or was that hard for you to do?
No, it's not hard to do. It's not easy because it's not something I want to do.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable. But then you realize people are going to find something to judge you on anyway. You might as well just be comfortable in your own skin. People are assuming things about you every day, you know. So when I do it now, it's more just like my mother already knows 10 times worse than this shit. So I really don't care what y'all got to say.
Yeah,
like you know, it's not like you can tell my mom.
Yeah,
you know.
And then even with our background, our culture, we all try to perceive like we're super squeaky clean, and we lie. Some of us lose that glow a little sooner than other people, but you try it. Yeah, you try. We all try.
Yeah, you try.
I say about 25. I was just like, yeah, y'all can have it.
In retrospect, I think I was about maybe like 13. I'm this, but you got to also understand, I got 3 older siblings.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of stuff that they're just like, yeah, we already know. So why even bother? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, good Catholic boy is one of those things to where. You get tired, man. You just get tired. You know, you get tired of. It's not like I was putting up a facade, but you carry shit. You know.
No, I mean that's the reality.
Yeah, and I totally relate to that 100%.
So, good Catholic boy. From what I've listened to, you're letting people in.
That's the best way to put it. This isn't necessarily for the sake of, hey guys, look at me. It's just like, look, it's kind of like, hey, let's open up to each other.
Okay.
If I want more engagement from people, it's a give and take. I got to give them something.
Yeah, it's kind of like this is who I am. Take it or leave it. Like if this is who I am, if you fuck with me, you do.
Then please fuck with me and make it known.
Yeah.
I'm asking you for something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you know something about who I am.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
I like.
Yeah. Because I mean, if I want a different result, I can't keep doing the same shit. Just to be real, like if I want more from people and more intimacy, right?
Yeah.
Don't I technically have to be more intimate?
yeah.
You know.
Got to pull it more than the head in. Oh my God! Who had it? Yeesh!
Basically, I was let me get the tip in there.
You want a little mouth?
Let me get the tip.
You put my mouth? Yeah.
And so, real quick, this shirt.
Fella.
What's the meaning behind the shirt? Because I don't know. I don't know. Do you know?
This is
of course.
this is a photo, and literally the title says Fela Kuti. Fela, and it's so just let people. It's not Fela. Please don't say Fela. People.
No more feelings.
It's Fela Kuti. He was in London in 1989, and I was looking for photos of him and images of him to to put on a shirt for merch, and it was just like you only see him in one light. I've always been seen in one light, and I think people's dynamism is the best thing about them. You know, you could wear a suit. Remember I had a shoot anyway, and I was looking for different photos of him, and I found some, and I didn't want anything that you could just copy from a Google Images thing, and I contacted this dude Adrian Boot, and I think I still owe him some money too, just to be real, but I compensated him for his picture, and I think that's the way you're supposed to be doing it, and especially me. I can't steal a guy's picture.
Yeah.
I mean, I know so many photographers. I mean, no, this is I contacted the dude, like, can I use it? He was like, yeah, sure. You know, that's almost doing a small run.
He did it the right way.
That's how you do it. And
learn from this guy.
But it's also Fela in the way I know him. To people who don't know, they just think he's just he usually has paint on his face or whatever like that. This dude is a boss.
So, because I really like, be honest, I don't know who that is.
You want to do it or I want to do it?
Y'all want to explain for me and whoever just made
Okay, well, I'll start it off. I'll just say this. This is the father of Afrobeat. This is you could put him on the level, if not higher or equal, but there was a time to where foreign black men were not looked at as sexy or important or, for modern terms, now swaggy or whatever like that. This is somebody that everywhere he went was just intoxicating. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to show him in another light, other than being on stage. Fred could probably tell you a little bit more.
He said it very nicely. Cool.
So he's an artist. He's a musician.
So he's in this musician. Traveled with a band. I know there was more than 10 people in the band. How many wives did he have? Yeah,
I don't know.
Put it like that. Bunch of wives, bunch of children,
like that.
just like smoke pot. And this is back when pot was like, oh my god,
1989, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
Yeah, 89.
Fella was going.
Well, no, this.
No, I'm just saying like this photo.
Oh yeah. So pot, everything.
He was well established.
Just. I could say he's like our Elvis.
Yeah, like really. I mean, like what I'm saying, he was really just like that cool shit to where without music, you wanted to be around him.
Because the counter was like, we had like Sunny Eye Day, and there's other guys like that, but they were straight and narrow, family goody good. And he was just like, yo.
Very anti-establishment.
Yeah, this is what
extremely anti-establishment.
See, because I need to know this because I can't be rocking this shirt. And it seems like, how do you know who that is?
At some point in time, part of his career was actually battling with the Nigerian government. Just all around stand-up dude.
Yeah.
Like, what he believed in is what he believed in.
Okay.
And I can see how you guys align.
Yeah, people will call him a badass. That's what they just call him. But it's one of those things to where like if I'm gonna do it, I wanted to do it the right way and in a non-cliche way. And it worked out. People, it begs the question if they don't know, like you said, people want to know once they do know, they want it. So I like that. But yeah, taking it back to incorporating making things make sense. I was considering releasing a song that TJ of the Wilderness did. He did a remix of the song called "Gentleman" that he has, and he did a beat for me, and I did that song, and I really haven't found a chance to put that out because I think I just want to put it out alone. with a visual because it's just that impactful. But like I said, with so much music, there's so many things to do.
Yeah.
In between, and getting advice from even you outside, and then Fred from before. When someone genuinely cares about you and they can see what you're doing, you get a really, really honest, not that random bullshit objectivity people give you. I hate that. People take something objective, but it has fucking nothing to do with me.
I've always told you the exact same thing over and over, and you've always combated it. But I think you're seeing, and I won't keep it vague. I've always said that more. We need more. We need more. And for him to be, this is the first time he's dropped 2 projects within 2 years.
And so that's August, September, October, November, December.
And it's sooner than that. I've
never done that before.
In his whole career, never. So it was always like, man, here's this storm, and then we're going to drop. And now,
the thing is that the drought is perceived. And that's all that matters. If it's perceived, it's real. And the thing is, I'm writing, I'm making the music.
I know you're
exactly.
But
if they don't know, then...
And that goes to being on Instagram, being active, and letting people see that you're still out here doing this, doing that,
exactly,
and whatnot. And so that's actually what I wanted to get in real quick, because you were saying with, like I was saying, so with Don't Panic, you were saying, I guess you didn't really, like, people liked it, but it didn't get the people that listened to it, I guess you wanted to do more, right?
Always. Everybody wants this shit.
So what do you think you are going to do different with this project? What could you do different, and what are you
Well,
gonna do
the
different?
project in itself is already different in pretty much every way it could be. What I need to do differently is bolster my social engagement. Basically, I need to tell people I have a project, not just put out a project and make it good. Not just tell people, oh, download my project. I need to tell them why.
Yeah.
I need to give them reasons why that aren't just necessarily direct. I need to do things that make them interested in me as a person, or that beg the question. I need to be more present.
And as far as like promoting it and stuff like
promoting it, everything. I have a song called Blood on My 88s. I'm doing merch for that. That song is about a dude that called me a nigger, like 5 days after Charlottesville, and I beat him. Luckily, a friend of mine, the grace of God, drove by, and I beat him. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and I hurt him, and yeah.
Oh yeah, it's for real.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, and that kind of thing. But telling that story, see, I posted that on Instagram a few days ago, and I took a picture of the shoes. It's actually these shoes I'm wearing now. But that type of thing makes people interested. And it's not that it's a gimmick. No, it really happened. But it's letting people know, like, this is stuff that's on there, you know.
Let's not put that on the internet. We don't need you going to jail. No.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, retroactively, you can't. I already hit my lawyer about it. But the fact of the matter is,
yes, young black men in America.
Yeah,
retain a lawyer.
Yeah.
Or at least know one.
You keep one.
Or have a partner who's a lawyer.
Let me tell you something. Don't buy the rims. Get the lawyer.
Get the lawyer.
Yeah.
We laughing, but we dead serious.
But that's something different to do. Another different thing to do is remain more consistent, because just because it's good and people said it, or they say they're going to put their homie on, they may not.
Yeah.
But you don't depend on that. You keep going.
And, I mean, and even if you don't know if even that person is even going to like. I'm not saying they wouldn't like your
exactly,
project,
but you don't know. You can't depend on it.
Yeah.
But even still, you keep going and you promote something until you have something else. That way, even if you have to promote something new and people want to look back, you just have to keep something going perpetually. Yeah. And that's the thing where it creates this body of work to where people can just say, I've heard his shit and I love it, and I feel like I'm a part of what he does. And then they become advocates.
Yeah, because if they hear, if
I've told you I've been thinking.
When you drop this, and if you have a new listener, they're like, oh shit, what else has he dropped?
Yeah.
Then they can go back to Don't Panic.
They can even go back to the nice guy shit too. Yeah, I mean, because it was all me rapping.
Is that on only SoundCloud, or is that on Apple as well?
I was talking to James Kelly about this. I'm going to re-release all that stuff.
Okay.
For modern times. On the A-track.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put that stuff
it makes
up.
sense. It's just more music.
Yeah, having more out there. I just found out the show is on SoundCloud. Somebody had to send me that. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
so
okay.
I guess Free did that. Free was always up on that before any of us. So, I mean, all that different stuff is to really take more responsibility and accountability and not look, I need more money. I need more of these things, right? But you're not gonna track those kind of things until people see you doing for yourself. And, I come from a background of do for yourself. You fight for yourself, and then maybe other people want to help you fight.
Yeah.
not very glamorous, but it is the only.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you got to do for yourself. Like that's
it's attractive.
Yeah.
It's attractive in every way.
Nobody's gonna got you like nobody's gonna have you like you have you. Nobody's gonna take care of you like
nobody is.
Yeah.
Nobody is. Nobody at all. Going back and forth, I believe in Don't Panic so much that I feel like something like this should make people want to go back.
Yeah.
And go listen to Don't Panic. And then, like Jigga said, didn't appreciate the first one till the second one came out. Reasonable Doubt was something that, I mean, if there was a Bible, I listened to that, but it didn't really get popular till he got commercial success. And then it's like, Reasonable Doubt. And that retroactively went platinum. What do you call that? Consistency.
Yeah.
Now look at him. Doing everything.
Man, I just did a deep sigh. That was like a real deep sigh. Like just, golly. Yeah. Like it's Jigga.
I might actually switch over to Tidal soon.
We've been talking about that.
I just got it for the culture. I have a lot of streaming services.
I might switch over to Tidal. I can only afford one, so I gotta make it.
Yo, let's be real.
But the content and everything that they're doing, I like what they're doing with the playlist, the podcast. It's more.
If for no other reason to be able to have Jay-Z, I had to get it because I couldn't see the stuff he was releasing without it.
Yeah.
So it's
true.
It's a great draw to the platform. Like, really.
Well, yeah, man. You have anything?
No, man. Pretty much. I mean, Yves gave us a good rundown.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the new project, and I can't wait to touch up on it.
Thank you for the shirt again.
Yeah, of course.
He didn't have fat people sizes. It's cool though.
Not bad.
4X, big and tall.
Not really. Like, look out for it, man. I'm on Instagram.
I mean, just tell them what you got going, and let them know and everything.
Okay, well, go download Don't Panic. This Thursday, the 15th, we're gonna have a good Catholic boy. Listen, share, talk, create dialogue. Ask me questions. I want to know what you think. I'm not someone who speaks for no reason, so I like when I speak to be answering something or to be solving something. Check me out, pay attention, man, and just know that I'm out here doing the best I can responsibly to not waste your time. So I'm not gonna waste your 2 minutes or 3 minutes when you listen to that song. You won't feel like your time's been wasted.
Where can they find the merch?
You can find the merch right now. I'm actually, and for a lot of reasons, I'm going back and forth between URLs. But right now, you can go to @IIVIV on Instagram, and there's a link to the Shopify there. Someone bought my damn domain.
Ooh, they waiting on you.
Yeah.
I stay on mine. Instant renew.
Yeah, so so you can go to @IIVIV on Instagram. The link is there. It's too convoluted to just throw out like that. And I'm constantly throwing new stuff on there. So things like this. Insulated beverage holder.
Tea?
It's a mug.
Is that tea?
Yeah, it's tea, man. It's
for the raspiness of the voice.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle in the mornings. You can find these right here. This cap.
That's cool people stuff. Just get your ass up.
I mean, I do get up, but it's like a million throat clears before I record them.
I'm allergies.
Other than that, I've completely left the party scene. Completely. So no more Fox on Sundays. I left Avant Garden.
Bro.
I feel like I was pushed out of Avant Garden.
We gotta talk about that. Oh.
Yeah, for real.
Do you want to jump into personal, or you?
Man, you want, look, we here. I'm not this isn't about bad mouth. It's just facts. This is facts.
So Avant Garden is a Wednesday staple.
UD
in Houston, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Cool people shit. I was going to Avant Garden when I was in college, and it's still rocking. So
I just started going 2 years ago.
Why aren't you there on Wednesdays anymore?
Well, there was with familiarity, it can breed contempt. I'm sure you've heard that before. But aside from that, any working situation that can happen. But aside from that, there was a situation to where a young lady had screamed quietly. I guess she basically said she was raped there. And she wasn't. That's the only reason I'm smiling. But she said she was raped there, and she had been propositioning men that night. She even did it to one of my homeboys, to two guys to fuck her.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying no. But eventually, you're going to get someone to say,
yeah.
So no one did, and she was, given dome in the bathroom. And long story short, she started having second thoughts about her virtue, and I guess remembered she had a boyfriend. So her boyfriend came, and she was like, I was raped, But I knew the truth because she came to myself and my girlfriend, and we told the police. We were sitting there, and she was telling the police, and whatever. But then the staff of the place had decided that it was Yves.
Oh, whoa.
They were like, yeah. And then I saw Yves leave with 4 black guys in a dark car. I'm like, I leave with my girlfriend every night. That didn't happen. And I'm the one who brought it to the police. And the police officer was like, this didn't happen. But they decided to say, well, Yves knows who did it. I don't know who did it. I was outside, but it happened. Just things that were complete falsehood. But when you have a working environment like that, you realize that it's not a warm place, even though you're the reason for the season. And it just became a situation to where I left and I came back and, I didn't feel compensated. I didn't feel appreciated. And the night faltered for me leaving. So obviously,
I don't go.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So when I came back, I was like, I think I need a little bit more than before. I was like, no, you're like, well, obviously you need me back for a reason. So doing the math. Then I just like, this isn't a good working situation. I'm not appreciated. And a place to where the staff can say things like that, it's not a safe environment for me.
Yeah, that's a bold accusation.
No, that's not a bold. That's a life ruining accusation.
Yeah.
That's a life ruining accusation.
You don't play like that.
No, you don't. You don't even do that. Even if you think it's true, you don't do it till you know it's 1,000% true.
Yeah. And that's the problem with today. Everybody's just they did
quick
it.
to point.
They did it.
Well, one of the bartenders was actually fired because she was going around telling people that, and I was having to defend myself to strangers. And I have a girlfriend at the time. So
I didn't even know. I didn't even know that's what happened.
See, I don't. Once again,
yeah.
Because still going. Omar's still there on Wednesday, so you don't ever want to get in the way of anybody's blessings, any money like that. But I have to pardon myself, like that, and it's unfortunate because people always say, but you understand. No, I don't fucking understand why somebody would do something like that. So I'm gonna. No, it's not okay, and it's a big deal. But yes, I am the reason for the season, and I'm the person associated with Avant-Garde and myself and Candlestick. You'll never. It's a great party right now, but for me,
it's not the same.
I was shown how they felt about me.
Oh yeah, they don't appreciate it. It's crazy.
But see, that's not appreciating is one thing. That was malice. That was malice. Punch me in the face, kick me in the nuts. Don't associate me
with rape. Yeah.
Just any bullshit in that
bullshit like
fucking
that.
In the realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some wildling shit.
Oh yeah, I gotta throw a shameless plug out there before the end of the show.
Do it.
What's up, y'all? South by Southwest. Silent Trap Party. This Friday. VicandCause.com. SilentTrapParty.com. I'll be there.
I'm still MCing, see?
Man, it was good having you here, man.
Of course, man. Of course.
I appreciate you so much, man. Mike, you got anything else for this show?
No, man. Like I said, I appreciate you coming through too. Just the moment I pulled up, good talk, good vibes. Definitely gonna download the album when it comes out.
Please,
so make sure everybody do that too.
I like to add the share, the download and share.
Yeah, download and share.
Download and share, man.
You already know I'm gonna do it. What's up?
And really listen and pick it apart, because the thing is, it really is what it is. It's not like
if you want to get an insight of Yves' life, this is the one.
And not even if you just like good music, just listen to some good. There's a lot of good music out there, and because it's like this, what they call it, the mumble rap era, that a lot of good music gets pushed to the back. So if you like good music, listen.
I just wish it was more inclusive. Why do we have to separate it so much? Like I fucks with Uzi hard.
Everybody does what they do.
Yeah, so this thing where you have to choose or be this or be like, damn, it's a shame, because the most inclusive genre is the one that's most divided, and that's very representative of our social situation too. It's just like, damn,
I just think it's the generation we're in. It's like a lot of like the bars, the raps. It's too much for the younger generation.
But too many of the people with the bars keep talking shit about niggas getting their money. Yeah. Like
at the end of the day, I'm done.
Yeah.
The more of these dudes doing what they're supposed to be doing, making this music, there's less Goonies out there. I'm happy for that.
That's the thing. And we should know that more than anybody. I know what you're not doing.
Bada bing, bada bing. You're like,
I know what you're not doing. I know what you could be doing.
Yeah. Because when he get on, then it's about another 5 people he gonna run with, and then a couple more of this. And it's just more bodies out here not catching bodies.
I would just really rather there was more money management going on.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. That's the only way to break the cycle and actually level up the money management.
Nipsey up.
But they're buying an amazing jewelry. But please just don't take one chain out of the budget. One.
And go buy some property or something.
Have 4, not 5. And with that 5th, yeah, they haven't like young black men haven't even seen money work for them yet. They've made it. We've made it.
Yeah. Oh, we know how to make it. We know how to make it work.
We haven't seen it work for us yet. And that's the key we're missing right there.
We know how to make it.
Yeah. Seriously. It should be like a seminar. Just bring one of your chains. One. Just one. Just bring one. And I'll show you what you can do with that one, how that can change your life or somebody else's. Just bring one.
God's plans.
Yeah. That goddamn song.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
True. All right, man.
Yeah,
what's the slogan? Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, like, yeah, I haven't got a chance to say, thank you to you guys.
Man.
Like, really.
Thank you, man. No, appreciate you for real.
It's always nice to be able to say things, and this always gives me some type of like clarity. Because when you're in your head, you don't until you say it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna go back and analyze it and realize it's crazy.
It feels.
I
good.
do it all the time.
It feels good. I'm thinking about the certain people who are gonna hit me up and be like, for real. I'm like, yeah, I know. So yeah, no, you didn't know me.
Yeah. No, that's really this was gonna happen. You're gonna go back and everything like that.
Yeah.
But y'all, thank you for tuning in and checking out the Not So Cool Pause.
Where'd you get that name? Where'd you get that name? What do you mean Not So Cool Podcast?
Oh, it's Oxy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not like drugs, like
I know.
Oxymoron.
Around it.
Yeah. But the Not So Cool Podcast where
being cool.
We make not being cool. We're going to get that down one day.
Yo, make sure you follow the homie Easy
Yves Saint. EASYYVES SAINT.
And we're going to put it in the descriptions.
Follow.
I better follow me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man, appreciate
no more
you,
false
man.
alarm. We're out of here.